Hi everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World and welcome to 2022. I hope your New Year's Eve celebrations were awesome and possibly you might have even made some New Year's Eve resolutions. Today in our video, I'm not going to talk about the market. I'm actually going to cover a topic that I've been promising I would cover for the last 6 months and I just haven't had a chance to get around to it. And that is just a very quick video on the new Tdrop, which will be launching in February 2022, so about 4 weeks away. So today's video is all about that and what it means for holders of Theta who are currently staking and hoping to get some Tdrop rewards. All that after this. Okay, so what we're looking at here is the Theta Ecosystem 2022 and Tdrop token white paper. I'll leave the link for this white paper in the description below should any of you want to read through it. It's 18 pages. The first half is quite an easy read for those that are really interested in doing their own research. As you can see, it's pretty much in plain English. Some of the wording you may have to sort of Google to find out what the meanings are behind it. But what we're going to focus on today is going to be section 5, which I'll get to, which is all about the Tdrop token metrics and how it works, what the breakup of the funds are going to be like and where they're going to be distributed and what that means for Theta holders who are staking. Now further on in the article, it does get very heavy when it comes to the mathematics side of things. If you're a mathematician or you love a good math challenge, certainly it's worth having a read. It's taken me quite a while to get my head around this, which is part of the reason why I didn't do a video any earlier. I wanted to try and really understand this. I wouldn't say I'm 100% across it, but I've got a good understanding at my level anyway of what all that means. So as I said, we're going to talk quickly regarding Tdrop and how it works. Now, I've made some notes which I should have grabbed before I started this video, just to double check things. It's just so I can make sure, I want to make this as clear and as easy as possible for you. There are some terms and conditions when it comes to Tdrop. For example, when you get your Tdrop rewards, you need to vest them for a while before you can move them onto the market. I'm not going to cover that in this video. Otherwise, I just find that people get too confused. What we're going to really focus on is what are your staking rewards going to look like? That's probably the most important thing. Before we start on the staking rewards, so let's have a look at what the whole supply chain looks like. This will give you a better understanding and provide some context into what we're saying. So Tdrop will have a fixed supply, which means there can't be any more of 20 billion tokens, with a target launch on February the 1st, 2022. Now, just on that, at this point in time, I see no reason why that should be delayed. However, that might be pushed back. You just never know with technology and the way things work. It's the old saying that anything in IT takes twice as long to do and costs you 4 times as much. So assuming that things are going according to plan from Theta's point of view, and they will be on target for that to launch in February the 1st, but don't be disappointed if it gets pushed back. Theta have pushed back other projects in the past. I'm trying to think of the last one was the mainnet 2.0 launch. That was a good thing because it just means they're really making sure they've got the ecosystem right before they launch anything. So if there's a delay, it's not really an issue. My understanding is you will still get paid out in Tdrop when the official launch happens anyway. Now, of that 20 billion tokens that are being supplied, they're broken up into 5 different categories. The first 30% will be earned by NFT liquidity mining on the Tdrop platform, and that's over a 4-year period. 20% or 4 million will be earned in staking rewards for decentralized governance, again over a 4-year period. 20%, another 4 million, will be rewards for Theta validators and guardians, including delegated stakers. So this is where most of us will fall into, those people who are staking their Theta tokens. So 4 million or 20% will be reserved for us. 20% will be reserved for the Theta Labs development team, which is fair enough, and 10% will be reserved for Theta marketing advisors and partners. So that's really what the breakup looks like. So out of that 20 billion worth of tokens, we are going to get as validators or stakers of the Theta token 20% of that, which is 4 billion. Sorry. Now you can go into here and again have a look at the white paper yourself and just read through some of the spreadsheets and how all that works. It talks about how the liquidity supply works over a 4-year period and a whole host of other things. But as I said, I'll leave a link to the description, link in the description below for people who want to have a look at this article. Probably more important from your point of view is what on earth am I going to get if I decide to stake my Theta? So what I've built is a Theta staking calculator, and I'll run you through this so you can build one yourself if this is of interest to you. So at the moment, Theta, as far as I'm aware, we only need to stake 1,000 Theta for us to be considered a validator. We can stake 1,000 at a bare minimum is what I'm trying to say. So if you've got 1,000 Theta token in your wallet, you can certainly create a Theta wallet and then transfer those Theta tokens over to your Theta wallet and then stake them on the Theta mainnet. Now, I've done other videos in the past on how to do that. I'm not going to cover that in this video. For those in the private messenger group who want to do that, please send me a message and I'll sort of help you through that. But let's say, for example, all you did is you staked the minimum, which is 1,000 Theta. Now, we know that the total Theta staked at the moment is 648,200,000 Theta staked. Now, I'll just show you how I get to that figure for those that need to know. Let's bring up this again and give me a second. So what we do to find out what the amount staked is, you just go to thetatoken.org and you just go to Explorer. Internet is super fast here in Australia, not. Okay, so we've got 2 areas here at the moment. There will be a third. Tdrop obviously will be added to this, I would assume, at a later point in time. So we've got the Theta price at the moment of $4.92. The total market cap is $4,927,000,000. But over here, what we're looking at is the percentage staked. So it's 64.87%. If you're interested in the Tfuel status as well, you can just have a look at that. The current Tfuel price is 19 cents. There's the market cap, and 43% of all Tfuel is currently staked. So how do we get to 64.87%? You can just go up here to stakes. If you want a full breakdown, that is. I'll scroll down to the bottom and we can see here that all the tokens staked here. You can see more of them. That's not all of them, but you would scroll down. There's a long list. But 648,720,304 have been staked, which is 64.87%, which is what it's stated on the Explorer. 64.87. Okay, so let's just go back into our spreadsheet because this may change over time. Look, it probably won't, to be honest with you. But it may change by 0.5% or 1% here. It's been sitting at this figure for quite a while now. There may be a slight increase once people realise that Tdrop has launched. I'm not too sure. So what we want to do is, they're the 2 figures we really need, and from everything else we're going to calculate from these 2 figures. So what we need to find out is what your percentage is of the total amount staked, what your stake is compared to the total amount staked. And the way we come with that calculation is we're simply dividing 1,000 by 648,200,000, and that will give us 0.001542 blah blah blah. It just keeps going on. So that's your percentage stake, so quite a small amount. Now we know the total Tdrop supply for stakers and validators is 4 billion, so we enter that figure into there. And then we've got here what your potential drop will be, how much you're going to earn. And to do that, we simply multiply the 4 billion that's available by your percentage. Which again is a small percentage, but that equals 6,171. So that's what your potential airdrop will be. Now I'm pretty sure these figures will be fairly accurate. There may be some changes before the launch, I'm not too sure, but it's certainly, as far as I'm aware, accurate as of today. Now there is going to be a distribution breakdown. The white paper does talk about that, so I'll just cover that really briefly here. For people who have been staking Theta for the last 6 months, since August 2021, you're already in the running to receive Tdrop tokens, and those tokens will be paid out in February when the product launches. So anyone who's been staking Theta from anywhere between August and now will receive a payment of Tdrop in proportion to your current Theta staked and also in proportion to the length of time you've been staking it for. If you're somebody who has been staking it since the very beginning, then you'll be entitled to receive all of those Tdrop value of 2,057 Tdrop tokens. So there'll be 4 other payments made, one in May 2022, August 22, November 22, and February 2023. The breakup of the tokens is going to be 666,666,667, and that will equate to 1,028 tokens at each time those that quarter has been fulfilled. The way we work that out is really simple. Whoops. All we're doing is we are taking the total amount staked and we're multiplying that by what the distribution will be for that quarter. So you can see here, just to check that our maths is right, all of these figures here add up to 4 billion, which is what the total drop is staked. We worked out before that we should get 6,171 Tdrop drop to us throughout that period of time, and again that total amount matches what's here. So that's the way that works. Now the biggest question I'm getting asked already is, what does that mean from a value perspective? It's great that I'm going to get 6,171 Tdrop. I've been staking my Theta for ages. I want some rewards. What does it all mean? And the answer to that is we actually don't know, because we don't know what the value of Tdrop is yet. We've got to see what happens when it launches. We're going to see how the market reacts to it. There's a whole host of other things that happens to see what the value of it is. Now if we go on if we look at what Tfuel launched at, I think that launched at around about, it wasn't 5 cents, it might have been half a cent. So if we put in 0.005, it's saying 1. Why is it doing that? Let's have a look here. Just increase that. Whoops, wrong way. Here we go. So if it's worth half a cent when it launches and it stays at half a cent for that entire 18-month, 12-month period, however long that is, then your rewards would be $30.85. Probably not much chop, you're thinking. Try not to think of it just in dollar terms. What Tdrop is also going to give you is Tdrop value, things that you can do with the Tdrop prior to it going or launching to the market. Now, as I said, you're not going to be able to sell this to the market immediately. Exchanges around the world are going to have to learn how to adopt Tdrop into their systems anyway, so it's not going to be an instant thing. You do have to vest it for a while, but you will be able to use your Tdrop for other things. So you'll be invited to Tdrop holders will be invited to exclusive things that happen on the Theta network for their Tdrop or their NFT drops that happen. You might get access to pre-launches that happen, or you may even get access to tokens or NFTs that aren't available to the general public or anyone else who might hold Theta or Tfuel. They'll be specifically allocated for people who have been sent Tdrop. So there will be things you'll be able to use Tdrop for. You just won't be able. So it does have a value other than the dollar value that I've just put on the screen there. Now remember, the dollar value is only dependent upon a couple of things. First of all, it's dependent upon how much Theta you've got staked, and in this example we've used 1,000 being the minimum, and what the value of the Tdrop token is worth. I've got many people that I know who haven't staked 1,000, they've staked 10,000. So you can see that actually goes up to $300. I don't think Tdrop will stay. If it does launch at half a cent, it may not launch at half a cent. It might be less than that, it might be more than that, so I actually don't know. If we have a look at C and take it to where Tfuel's been recently, we could say it's worth about 30 cents. Then you're earning $18,512 in that for all of that, which is a bit more significant. For people that have staked 100,000 Theta, who got into Theta early when it was dirt cheap, they'll be earning $185,000 per annum on this. Sorry, not in per annum, in the total scheme of things. That's what the value of that will be worth if they staked 100,000 and it was worth 30 cents. If it goes to $1, you can just sort of build this spreadsheet yourself and just work out what your value would be worth. If it went to $1 and you only staked 10,000, you're going to earn $61,000. If you only did 1,000, which is your minimum, it's still worth $6,000. So it's still not too bad at all, the returns. But it will matter. What will determine most of it is going to be what the market sees the value worth, and to see how that affects the price as time goes on. Well, I hope that's helped you and hasn't become too confusing. If you've got any comments, please leave them in the section below. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube. It helps YouTube recognize that my content is valuable and important, I guess. If you like it even better, you could subscribe as well and see what my next video will be. In the next video, we will talk, what I normally do is a market recap and review with some news articles and maybe some inside information about some of the coins in our portfolio. Until then, have a great week. Take care of each other and take care of yourself and each other, and enjoy the sunshine. It's a beautiful day in Australia today, probably about 30 something odd degrees, so not too shabby at all. Take care.